And I don't know if anyone will join us. Usually, in the end of the year, in the beginning of the new year, people get more lazy about study. So, congratulations, you are here 7 a.m. on 20 December. So, congratulations. I wish you a new year with much more uh, experience speaking English. All right. So I will send the questions on the chat. We are here today to talk about something really interesting. We will talk about challenge and how can we challenge ourselves, especially in this app, in this time in the year and the end of the year. Usually we look back and try to discover with you if we had a good year. And in the beginning of the year, people like to do some resolutions to the next year. So uh, challenge yourself kind of uh, is related to this. Okay, so we are live on YouTube, and before we start our conversation, I will ask you to introduce yourself, to talk a little bit about you to people maybe who can will watch you on YouTube, understand who you are. All right, can you start, please?
Okay, I'm Eliander. I'm from Manaus, but now I'm living in Brasilia. Maybe 2 months ago, I changed the city, and I'm living the challenge now. Uh, get up more early and a new city. I don't know any people, and it's everything is new for me, and I'm very happy about this. And you?
All right. Yeah. So, as I say, my name is Carlos. I'm a software engineer. Today, I work to a company on USA and study English on Talk and Talk, especially on Talk and Talk, helped me a lot to achieve this job. And usually, I like to do some outside activities with my family. I had two daughters, and I live in Ponta Grossa, Paraná. Is a city in the middle, yeah, in the middle of the state. So I'm from the south. Those days are get really hot in here. I don't know in Brasilia, but we are getting 34 to 35 degrees. So it's been really hot, especially for us here in the south. Usually we like cold, but anyway, all right. I forget to ask you, what do you do for a living?
I'm a software engineer too. I'm
Ah,
working in Banco do Brasil here, and it, it is the motive. I don't know
reason,
reason
maybe.
reason to change the city, and I'm curious about how do you do to get this job in another country?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I start to study English really serious on August the last year, August 2022. Yeah, and I spent 6 or 7 months on being really intense here in Talk and Talk, doing immersions almost every day. And this helped me a lot to lose the fear to speak in English. Of course, I know my English isn't perfect, but uh, as I'm a software engineer, I already had a good vocabulary because I'm read on English stuff every day. So I already know some words, but I never had the opportunity to speak. So I remember the first time I had to do an interview in English. I get so uh feeling a lot of fear, getting sweat, and it was really hard. So since I started to study on talk and talk, this helped me to lose that fear of speaking English and help my brain to think alternative ways to speak the same thing on a different way, because sometimes we had a phrase on our mind, but we don't know how to express in that manner in English. So talk and talk helped me in those situations when you had to improvise, and this helped me on my interviews, because I think from August 22 until August this year I made more than 60 interviews, so it was a lot of interviews. And i'm a I'm a software engineer, so I like to write everything. I'm what I'm doing, So after each interview, I made a description about that interview, how good was to me, and the impressions I had in each interview, So this helped me to understand what I had to improve or not. So it was a kind of evolution, I had to evolve and to pass. So it wasn't easy, but talk and talk was fundamental to achieve that, So that's it.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Great history.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And if you want, I don't know, almost 100% of the software engineers I know want to work abroad, So if you want that, go ahead and keep training your English. And this is a tip I can give you: do interviews, do a lot of interviews. To gra- to this will help you to gain trust in yourself, Yeah, that's it.
In last year, I tried to do few interviews in English, but with peoples of Portugal. I
Yeah.
I train very hard in 2 months, talk and talk every day, every time, and I go to interview more secured. But when I stop the train, I may stop the speaking and regressive so much.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this happen very frequently. When you don't practice your skill, you will lose. In programming language, it's the same. I During the college, I had some experience with Java. Do you know Java?
Yes, I'm learning Java now.
Yeah.
I know in now Java, but I code in other language.
Yeah, so but it's a long time I don't use Java, so I don't remember nothing. Of course, I remember the concepts of object orientation and other stuff like that. But if you ask me to create some code in Java, I don't remember. So it's really important to get in touch with your skills frequently to gain and maintain your your experience. So, you work as a software engineer on Banco do Brasil. It's backend, front end, mobile, which
I'm
area?
in backend Java now, Java Quarkus, and focusing in cloud. I'm in the initial phase now. I'm knowing the infrastructure of the bank, and it's very big. It's so crazy. But now with the time, these things uh, turning in more simple. But it's
All
very
right.
big. The initial impression is very big, but when you code and interactive with the stuff is very good.
Oh, that's really interesting, because as a software engineer, maybe I don't know, I don't know nothing about Banco do Brasil, but usually we had those staging phases during the development, so uh, this way the developer can the programmer can try before put the code live, so did you already put a lot of money on your account on that test area?
If I understand it
eu,
well,
eu, eu perguntei se, tipo, geralmente na área de desenvolvimento a gente tem ambientes de teste, né? Daí eu perguntei se você já colocou muito dinheiro na sua conta nesses ambientes de teste.
no, 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 still no.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is really interesting. So keep doing that, doing some interviews to gain trust and practice your skills. It's really important. Get sharp. Maybe I don't know. Uh, are you concursado? I don't know how to say that in English.
Yes, everything, every people's, every people are concursado. Are
All
concursado.
right, everyone
Everyone is
is concursado. Make a test to work
have
in there. Yeah.
happy contractors, but only punctual task and
Yeah.
areas.
Especially it's a sensitive content in the bank, so it's really make sense being concursado to work with that. All right. So let's start with the questions. All right. Can you read the question number one, please? Give your thoughts about that.
How would you define the concept of a challenge? Challenging for me is challenging me to grow. Challenge is grow because grow needs pain and develop a new capabilities. Challenge for me is this
Yeah. For
change,
me,
change the life. Information.
yeah, a challenge really can change our lives. But and for me, a challenge is everything we can do, but we don't have the certain, no, we don't have a certeza we will achieve that, sometimes that can be something new you can do. For example, for me, go to a company and code with Java, it will be a challenge, but I think it's that something you had to do, but you don't have 100% of sure we will achieve, you know.
Yes.
And why do challenges often get perceived as opportunity for personal growth. You already talk a little bit about that, but what do you think about the question number two?
Yes, we need to develop new abilities for do it. Uh, like you say, code in Java. We know about the principles, the structure, but the language is a challenge. You you need to develop in you the ability to learn it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. For me, I actually during my career I look for I'm always looking for challenge, because I really learn when I'm challenged myself. And usually when I get, how can I say, I get use it with the situation, I get more lazy. If I, so já estou acostumado with some situation, I get more lazy. And if I'm on a project or on a company who challenge myself to do new stuffs, I always keep pushing myself and learning. So it's for me, it's a really opportunity to grow myself.
I like it too.
Yeah. Do you like to challenge yourself?
Yes, yes. If I domain one task is I need to other challenge other tasks.
Yeah.
I I don't like make the same things every time.
Yeah, actually, on our career, I saw a lot of people like us, don't like to do the same thing all the time on the same way, on the same manner. And sorry, this is really common. And what do you think? What is you are learning Java on your work, but what was the most challenge thing you faced when you joined the Banco do Brasil?
Change the city is the big challenge, and same the change the city is the more big, but inside the bank is know the structure and adapt with this very bureaucracia. Everything have many steps, have a lot of security in the computer as such, and everything you do need to approve of more peoples, one or two peoples, and you uh, no one have autonomia to
Yeah,
to do anything.
yeah. Actually, I had some experience working to government. I was a police officer. I was a police officer for 8 years, so I know and I understand what bureaucracy means. Espe- Especially at the police department, I had some opportunities to code to then create some applications, and was really interesting because during that time I found a problem on one application of the department and could use a scale injection to gain information about the all the police officers, the whole state. So it was, for me, it was something really serious, because you could know where they live, who are their family, and other sensitive information. So I create a report and sent to my boss on the hierarchy. I don't know to pronounce in English, but this get to me in a bad way, you know.
Oh,
In my mind, I was doing something really good, but this revert to me, people asking me why you are being so, uh, porque você tá se intrometendo on our systems, you know.
yes.
So I understand the bureaucracy, you know. You don't have authorization to do any tests on our applications. So okay, I will not do this anymore.
Whoa. In the bank is a little bit different because you have the freedom to know freedom to know about the things, the learning other areas, know other areas, and be curious. But see, so much things do you access in internet have the warning. You don't have authorization. You don't have authorization, and
Maybe use a proxy or something like that to control the content.
yes, it's a bank,
Yeah,
a bank. But it's
yeah.
very good. I'm liking
But
working.
you say the most hard for you was change the city. Did you already had the opportunity to? I don't know if you are living alone or not, but uh, have you ever experienced move from one city to another or not
No, no, I'm married now, but I don't. I never had the experience.
from moving?
Yes,
And your wife go with you to Brasilia?
yes, she's very happy.
She is from Manaus too.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Our dream was change the city, but we imagine Florianópolis, other cities in the beach,
yeah,
not in
but
Brazil.
from Manaus to Florianopolis, it's kind of too far, you know.
Yes, yes, maybe 4,000 kilometers.
Yeah, I already had the opportunity to go to Manaus with my daddy when I was a teenager, but my daddy is a truck driver, you know, so we he bring lettuce to Manaus. Ele levava alface para Manaus. Meu pai é caminhoneiro. So I go to Manaus and I remember it was a really interesting trip, and it's really hot in there, you know.
Yes, really, really hot.
Yeah. All right. And so for your wife, it was really good to move the city. She's happy. And if I think if your wife is happy, you are happy too.
Yes, is our dream, and she don't have a family in Manaus because everyone in your family changed the city. Parte for Florianópolis, parte for other cities in Paraná, and only she's was in Manaus.
All right. So do you know Paraná? So
Yes, yes, we do one travel in car from Florianópolis to Paraguay, passing many cities,
yeah, yeah.
stopping very.
So you go to Paraguay to buy some electronics or something like that, or just to travel and know the place.
I just travel. I not even planning it. We we buy the travel to Florianópolis and rent a car and without
Oh,
without destino.
all right. Yeah. Actually, so you are from Manaus and you go to Floripa and then you go to Paraguay. I'm from Paraná and I never travel to Paraguay, you know.
Oh,
So congratulations. But it's on my to do, you know. In my list of activities I want to do with my family is go to Foz do Iguaçu and know cataratas, go to Paraguay, maybe to Argentina too, the Tríplice Fronteira. Yeah.
yeah,
But
we go there.
yeah, but we
Very,
are waiting. I had a daughter with 2 years old, so we are waiting. She get more older, and then we want to do that trip.
very good.
All right. So let's move on. Could you share an example of what a personal challenge you've encountered recently and how you managed to do it? I think you already answered, but if you want to uh, acrescentar anything else, please go ahead.
No,
Right.
that's it.
Yeah. All
I've
right.
been living the challenge, still living the challenge.
Okay. So how sorry, how much time how oh man, this is the most hard part of speaking English, you know. Sometimes you don't know how to express yourself in English, but
Yeah.
how long, how much time you are living on Brasilia? I know this phrase
Uh,
is wrong, but anyway.
Maybe 2 months is today, I know.
All right,
Yes,
two
yes.
months
Today or yesterday, 2 months.
Okay, okay. And do you had plans to the holidays, go to Manaus during the Christmas or in the New Year, or you will stay on Brasilia?
No, no, we stay in Brasília, but my mother is coming here, but not from Christmas, but in the next week.
All right, all right. Anyway, for me, I think I already shared with you some personal challenge I faced in my life. As I say, for me, speaking English, it's a victory, you know, especially work abroad, it's a victory. And the most interesting is sometimes my father used expression and this became a true in my life. He say, quando a água bate na bunda você aprende a nadar, you know.
É verdade.
So this year I faced some problems because I in January I will complete 2 years. I leave the police department, so I was a guy concursado just like you. Of course, I earn much more or less than you on the bank, but being a police officer was really interesting. And when I decide to leave the concurso público, everyone around me didn't understand that, you know. People are saying you are crazy, why you are leaving a good job with stability and anything else, who comes from being a public employee, you know. So but when I decide that, I had my wife supporting me in this time. And this year I face, I think the most hard part after I left the police department. I was fired from my job, and after 20, sorry, 11, 12 years of work experience, I had to face the unemployment, desemprego, and that was really hard. And when this happened to me, I decided now it's the time. I had to work abroad, and I start to apply to uh, a lot of opportunities on outside Brazil. I received a proposal, and now I'm working to this company, and it was really nice. But as I say before, sometimes I get lazy when I get used with my work. So it was good being fired, you know. But I don't desire, eu não quero, uh, anyone has this experience. It's really hard, you know, especially when you are married, you have two daughters. It was really really hard, but
Yes.
anyway.
How much time do you work abroad?
I think it's now in December. I'm complete 5 to 6 months. I don't
Oh,
remember exactly. It's not so much, but yesterday I had a call with my boss. That kind of uh, what is the expression you use? Feedback, you know, feedback meeting. So I was really curious about how I'm going on the company, and I received some elogios, some accomplishments, or something like that, some elogios from my boss, and I'm getting more secure. Oh, I'm on the right way, you know.
oh, very good. And how much time do you work with the software engineer?
Yeah, I work as a software engineer. I think 15 years right now. I'm 33. I start with 18, so it's 33 years. Sorry, it's 15 years. And almost all this time I work with PHP. You know PHP? PHP?
Mm. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. In
Yes, but
English.
no coding.
All right. Yeah. I had some experience with other programming language like JavaScript, Node, JS, and Vue.js, but my main experience is with PHP, PHP.
Very good.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Eliander, I will give you the opportunity to choose one question, you know. Você pode escolher uma pergunta, não precisa ser na sequência. And you can read the question, please.
Let me see. There were random questions. Number eight. How do
Okay.
you distinguish challenges from obstacles or setbacks? I don't know setbacks.
Sidebacks means revés, contratempo, or something
Oh,
like that.
yes. Mm, about me, challenges. Can you can grow with challenge. Obstacles is the thing is that stays in between you and your objective. And setback is maybe happens happens.
Yeah. Let's take a look into this question, all right? So for you, a challenge can give you the opportunity to grow. You already say
Yes.
that. And maybe an obstacle some problem can occur in the middle of the way to achieve that challenge. All right. And for you, I know being work to the Banco do Brasil, this can be really hard to happen. But let's imagine you aren't concursado. For example, being fired for you, it will be a challenge or obstacle or maybe a setback.
Mm, it's a challenge to know to know find maybe find another challenge for me. Challenge to find the other opportunities or to criar other opportunities.
So for you, if you lose your job on next month, for example, it will be a challenge.
Yes, is marking another phase for me.
Yeah, of course. Especially living on a new city, with being married can be a challenge. Yeah, I totally agree with you. And for me, the difference between challenge and obstacles is challenge is everything I accept or I put myself in a way to achieve something, and obstacle is something that occurs during this path I'm running, so I use the example of lose my job, being fired. So that can be an obstacle, if I want, for example, I had the desire to work abroad. For me, it was a challenge, but the obstacle was I had to learn how to speak in English. So
Yeah.
the language, it was an obstacle, but helped me, of course, to achieve what I want. So this is the difference for me. All right, let me check other question. Uh, Okay, let's go to the question number 6. What are some typical strategies that people employ to eff- e- effectively address challenges? Effectively address challenge. Uh, I will start with answer this question, then you can go on. All right. For me, I as a software engineer, I like to map what I want to do. For example, next year, I want to learn Spanish. I want to do two uh, goals. I had two goals related to language. First of all, I want to do the IELTS, or I think it's the IELTS, to look opportunity to apply to a master degree in university outside Brazil. So I had to do the IELTS, and I know nothing about doing English tests. So it's one challenge, and the other goal is I want to learn Spanish, especially when you work to companies abroad, Brazil. People think we speak Spanish. We are from South America. We are Latin America. So we had to speak Spanish in their minds. Of course, there is some can be sometimes a little bit frustrating. People doesn't know anything about your country. So I decide, oh, they think I speak Spanish, so I will speak Spanish.
Very good.
And the other goal is learn, apply to those tests, and I I expect had a good grade on the test, so I can apply to a master degree. But the first step is do the English test. So, as I say, as a software engineer, I like to create a map or a path I want to run, I want to walk to achieve my goal. So this is the way I like the strategy I use. I want to go to the master, do a master degree. So I had to make an English test. I had to apply to university. I had to pay some taxes and anything else. So I like to map each step and to achieve my goals. And what about you? Uh, how if you how you
Uh,
deal with that?
for me, for me, works very good. Compress the time. Uh, many power in a little bit of time. Everything who I want so much, I do it. I me focus for 3 days, 4 days in the same task and do it. For me, it works.
All right. Yeah, I never think about that, but it's a good strategy. If you uh, folks 30 days to learn Java, for example, 30 days to learn
Yes.
Spanish. So you put a lot of effort on the beginning of the learn path, and then you can go without so much discipline. Yeah.
Yes, I feel uh, less pain in in a little bit of time than a little bit every day for a long time. I prefer little time.
Yeah, yeah, that can be a good strategy. Usually, I don't do that because, how can I say? I had some problems with attention, and especially for me, the routine is really important. Yeah, I had to create a routine to me to to achieve what I want. So, for example, I like to wake up early. So usually I wake up 5 to 6 a.m. because my daughter is still sleeping. So I can do my stuff, if I want to, for example, um, being here, practicing my English, or maybe study something new I want. I like to wake up early to do that. So the routine is really important to me. So I can do that 30 days to learn something, as you say, but I had to adapt this to my routine. So other way, no, no, sem chance. No, you know.
Yes, because if you do for more time, it's very prejudicial. I don't know this word in English because you have a wife, you have health, work, and other areas of the life.
Yeah, yeah. So for me, this is the key. I need a routine, and it's really important to me. And do you like routine or not?
Yes, yes, I like the routine. I like wake up and between 5 and 6 hours through and sleepy. I don't have the fixed hour, but between 10 and 11 hours, very good for me.
Yeah, it's same to me. my Me and my wife, we always say we are old couple, we are a old couple inside in a young body. Nós somos pessoas velhas no corpo de
Yeah,
pessoas novas.
me
So
too.
Yeah, I like to wake up early, so usually I go sleep early too. And some friends make fun of me about that, but anyway, some after some time in your life, you stop to give importance of what people think about you, you know. So
Yes.
it's not important for me.
Yes, exactly is my mind now. Uh,
And Brasilia is a new city to you. Did you already make some friends or not? How are you are alone with your wife in there? How is being this situation?
we make the friends, no colleagues, because my mind is very acelerado. I don't know how can I say but I mean, I'm in the phase in growing hard for 1 year. My mind is assim.
Yeah,
For this year, the year for me already start. I mean growing and I want I'm looking for the other people in this same way, but I don't I don't find the person now.
yeah, I understand what you say. Because I think we are really kind of equals, you know, because I think the same. And about that, about grow yourself and had some expectations. You remember me about other community. I don't know if you already listened Eslin, the Eslin de Lagonodari. I don't say how I don't know how to pronounce. Uh,
Whoa,
it's a
about,
psychologist.
yes, he have books. You,
Yeah,
you, você não sabe aprender, você não sabe estudar, eu acho, né?
yeah.
Não, não, eu acho, I don't know.
And he had a community on Instagram. He where he talked about that, uh, the importance of get uh, how can I say the importance of the environment in your personal growth, you know. Of course, there is a lot of people who talk about that. You are você é a média das cinco pessoas que você anda, or something like that. But he is a psychologist. Ele é um psicólogo. So it's a PhD, é um PhD em psicologia, and he bring this scientific perspective from what coaches usually say. You know, he isn't a coach, but he used the psychology to explain some behaviors of the human being. Então, ele usa a psicologia para explicar alguns comportamentos do ser humano. And what do you say about the next year? I had some focus, so I don't have some friends. I had some colleagues. This is a true he used on his talks when he's explained. So maybe this guy go on Instagram. I don't know if you use Instagram. I stopped to use this month. I decided
I
to
stopped
quit.
having 2 years.
Yeah, I decided to quit Instagram because it was being a waste of time. But if you go on Instagram, YouTube,
YouTube.
yeah, this guy had a lot of good content. You know, it isn't bullshit and isn't that kind of guy. If you think you are good, you will be good. No, it's not that way. So maybe this can help you on your path to be the best uh, during this new year. All right.
Yes, I'm
And
researching now.
yeah, go make some research about him, and I think it will help you on this new journey you are facing on your career. And I don't know why I start to talk about that, but let's move on. I don't know if you want to say something more or
No, that's it. It's very good talking.
okay.
Conversation.
So I think we had time to a final question before we finish. Let's go to the question number 10. Can you read, please?
Yes. In your opinion, how can facing challenges be advantageous for both personal and professional growth? Uh, every challenge is you can grow with every challenges, but we need to choose with intelligence our challenges.
All right.
And for you?
Yeah, I think get some information from this guy Aslan, as I say. He say the manner you act during a challenge will give you uh, irá moldar, it will shape the way we will face the same challenge in the future. For example, I know I had an interview in English on Monday, and on Monday I had afraid to go to that interview. So I create some excuse to don't show up on the interview. If I if I run away from that challenge, this will shape my mood and the way I will face other challenge like that. So it's more hard on the second and the third and the fourth time I face the same challenge. So it's always a manner about how do you face the challenge in your life, if you go ahead or if you run away. So I think it's that I don't like to run away from challenge, because especially on computer science and the programming language, like to I I don't like to lose, to don't solve a bug or don't solve a problem. I don't like to accept, oh, I can't do that. So I always like to attack and those problems and challenge myself. All right. I think it's that. So